Hi, friends. I hope you're well. So, we have a small group initiative that's starting at church. You've probably seen information about that or heard us talk about it. And Shannon and I wanted to take a minute to answer some questions. There's a frequently asked questions page on our website, and you can learn a lot there. But this past week, we've gotten some questions pretty regularly and thought maybe a good way to answer those would just be to sit down and have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
So one of the questions is from folks who say, what will we be studying and is this good for me? I mean, we have a pretty theologically diverse congregation from a lot of different backgrounds and experiences. And so it's very natural to wonder, will I like what we're studying? So Shannon, what's it going to be?
Well, because we picked it, it's going to be perfect for everyone. But I do think we did a good job in picking the curriculum. It's a video curriculum. The groups will start with a 15-minute video that everybody watches together. And then there'll be questions for people to reflect on the video content with their own experiences. So there's no wrong answer because it's your own experience of the content. And it's about spiritual formation. So it's not about content in terms of what you memorize, but how do you experience God? How do you experience what you're doing for God, how God is working in and through your life? So regardless of whether you're brand new to small groups or you've done a ton like we have, I think there's going to be some really good meat for you to dig into. Additionally, in the middle of the week, there are podcasts you can listen to help you go a little bit deeper. And rumor has it the Adult Faith Formation team is putting together some extra reading material for those that want to go even deeper, but that's not needed.
Oh, that's always good. So when we were looking at different curriculum options and content options, we looked at book studies, but sometimes it feels like a book is too much to take on, and sometimes people want to take on a book, but not that particular book, and so that can be challenging. We looked at some curriculum options that felt like they required a lot of preparation. And I'll just say what I really liked about this curriculum is that there's the video component and the podcast component, so it's pretty easy to access. And the questions were really about forming conversation and helping you reflect and be in a good, meaningful dialogue with the people in your group. It was not a sort of, what did you remember and how do you apply it kind of question, but it was more like, what does this mean and how does this resonate with you? It really fostered good conversation.
And that's important. Session wanted to do that because small groups that open up this kind of conversation are really important to people in terms of just how they feel like a place of community, of belonging. Yeah. People care for one another, pray for one another. And those are all things that our session really thought were important here at First Presbyterian, especially as we've got so many new people coming in. It's just a good way for us to kind of gel together as a...
Yeah. We're hoping to build relationships, and part of the conversation our leadership team, our session had about this was realizing that loneliness is a real problem in our society, in our personal lives, in our congregation even. People can be lonely and are lonely, and so we're hoping to build relationships through this. Okay, second question.
Yes.
When will the groups start, and will they be like summer social groups? And so let me give some background on this. Some of us have signed up for summer social groups. Summer is really busy, and so anytime you try to do something in summer, you just feel like you're having a hard time coordinating schedules. And so when are these groups going to be? How often? What's it going to look like? And will it be different than summer social groups?
Awesome questions. We've had quite a few of you that have already signed up on the website. The link is there. And you've signed up for when you're available. So we'll put people in groups, like if you sign up for Wednesday evenings, we'll put together a group of people that could meet on Wednesday evenings. And then you'll start the Wednesday evening of September 17th, the week of September 15th, all the groups will start. So if you signed up for a Sunday afternoon group, you'll start on September 15th. If on a Monday group, September 16th. They'll meet for 6 weeks to go over the 6 weeks of the curriculum, and then you'll have one kind of closing celebration. And then if your group just really, nobody's available, one weekend in October, and your group wants to bump it a week later, you can, but that really, more than half your group has to be not there to move it. Otherwise, people kind of committed for those 6 weeks, so we don't want a lot of loosey-goosey. Summer social groups were different because it's summer social groups and it's summer and social, so it's a little less fixed, but these are people are committing to being there for the for the time period. And then the luncheon, the kickoff luncheon on September 8th is really important because that's where everybody will come together. You'll sit with your group, you'll have a chance to quickly meet each other, and everybody will hear kind of like best practices for groups, how the groups will be run, what to expect in a group. So everybody will have a definite starting place and understand exactly what's going on as of September 8th. But everybody should know their groups by September 1st.
Okay. And part of what I want to highlight, which I think is probably coming through, is that you really know a lot about this. And
I've
you've
done
got a
this
lot
a
of
few times.
experience in this from other churches. You've put a lot of effort into making sure this is a good structure that everybody can have a good experience if they sign up for this.
Yep, it'll be good. I'll be checking with all the groups, especially the first several weeks, to make sure there are no problems, no glitches. If anybody's having a problem, let me know. It will not be a new problem for me. I can almost guarantee you. I've helped a lot of groups through bumps, so I think we can do it.
Well, we hope this has answered some of your questions, and we want to support you if this is a step you want to take, and we hope it is. Feel free to reach out to either one of us with questions, and we hope you sign up, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.